We have a zebra, 5535. Hello, Amy. Love your work. Thank you. May I ask you to send some healing energy frequencies to my thyroid? It is fast, hyper, which speeds up everything in my body, including my heart. Maybe even ask what it needs to heal. I know it's very important to my overall health, but I can't unlock the problem, what the problem is, and being forced to take drugs really goes against my being. Yeah, I get that. It even puts bumps on my ankles, which I would also love to heal. If I were you, I would definitely be doing qigong. I have one that I recommend in my resources page. It's called More Energy, More Life. But in any kind of a case like any kind of chronic condition like that, or something kind of serious, it's an overall imbalance in your system. It sounds like that could definitely use for some qigong to correct it, but you'll have to do qigong like 3 to 5 times a day until the symptoms go away. But qigong is really great at balancing your overall system. You're balancing your hormones, straightening your back, even. It's an overall. It's the yeah. Next to fasting, it's the best way. Well, you could do fasting and qigong at the same time, but both of them fill you up with source energy, vital force energy that can help heal your body. And another recommendation I would make would be to fast. I like to fast in like 21-day increments when I do it, because I just feel like it totally clears out your system and creates like a fresh new start. So just drink tea and just tea and distilled water that you make from home for the 21 days, and you'll see that situation clear up like really fast. I even feel like you'd feel a difference within days of doing that, because our body is either healing or it's digesting something. If it's digesting something, it's not healing. So your body definitely needs time to have a break away from digesting. We shouldn't be eating 3 times a day for sure. It's way too much. It's way too much food. And if you read the starch solution, you'll see that most of the foods that we eat are really, really, really bad for us, even though we think that they're good for us. So, how much wow. Whatever it is and represents, it's turned black. So it's very negative. I don't know what the thyroid represents. Isn't it here? Is it here? Communication can be negative communication, or so is that, do you have somebody barking in your ear, even a woman in your life that's like, I don't know, shouting orders, bossing you around, bullying you or something? I mean, I guess it could be a boss, or maybe it used to be like a mother or grandmother figure that was kind of real hard on you. I feel like this issue is stemming from you being hard on yourself because somebody else used to be hard on you and you've kind of taken their place being hard on yourself. Okay, so definitely be doing some emotional healing on triggers. Oh, in some ways, I feel like you kind of shut down. Like you need to definitely listen to that message in the beginning of this video, because the intro message is definitely, like we talk about, like putting the hand on the heart and just allowing yourself to feel every emotion. I feel like you need to watch Matt Kahn's video, Respecting the Shadow. I think that would be a really good video for you. It really, it can be reversed. It can be reversed fairly quickly if you do like intermittent fasting. So I would just eat like one meal a day, one really good meal a day, and I would eat according to the starch solution book. Yeah. but maybe fast first if you can. Sheshe na pumama ana hentake na ans. Sheshe ela ala huama ana. What is that? Weird. I'm getting a I'm getting a past life of you being a dinosaur. The weirdest things come up in these things. And I just got rid of the remnants of it. Oh, the world having ended as a dinosaur. You have memories of that being pretty terrifying that I feel kind of paralyzes you in this life. I just removed it though. I just removed the that obstacle is like been burnt to a crisp. It's like I pulled out a dinosaur that was just like ash. It just fell apart. So what's the dinosaur one I tell her? Don't live in fear, live in great joy. You never know when you're going to go, and you don't want to have spent all this time preparing for bad to happen when your death came very quickly and without any pain, you know? So they're saying that, you know, it's, yeah, they're just saying to just be in joy, as much as you can. Do more activities to raise your vibration. And definitely, so qigong again, qigong would raise your vibration. Doing Byron Katie's work to heal the triggers would help. You know, there's so many different modalities out there, but that's just the best one I've found in terms of like avoiding going to counseling or any of that, which you definitely don't need if you do Byron Katie's work, in my opinion. Anything else you want to tell her about this? Oh, they want me to pull some spirit cards. Okay. And they're saying good fortune is coming to you too. You're about to get showered with good stuff. Laugh at everything. Humor, that goes along with the joy thing. Humor is the best medicine and your greatest weapon against negativity. So maybe don't take things too seriously and just laugh a lot more. You've done nothing wrong. No harm can come to you. Most, if not all, of what's going on involves ascension or leveling up. You'll soon see why all this had to happen just the way that it did. So please trust. A setback is just a chance to regroup and get creative. You might even come up with a better plan as a result. Embrace the opportunity and try to see this through new eyes. And then the laughing card again. Maybe they're saying like before bed, do laugh therapy where you make yourself laugh for like 2 to 5 minutes. That would be great. If you don't like a situation, practice observing yourself in the experience rather than being in it yourself. Step outside yourself and look from a more detached perspective. And then learning how to self-soothe is a mandatory step to liberation and loving others in a healthy way. Rely only on you and the comfort you seek, and you'll set yourself free. And again, you've done nothing wrong, so stop beating yourself up, giving yourself a hard time. Okay. Kangaroo. 5533, Kangaroo. I had a vision or dream. I was at home with my mother, 2 sisters, all 3 have passed, and my daughter who's living. To my left, sitting at a table, were 6 women. A little to the right, sitting at a table, were 6 more women, all dressed in white, beautiful gowns. Nothing was said. We were just all there together. My sister and my cousin both had visions or dreams of all the matriarchs past of our family. 2 to 4 weeks later, my sister and cousin passed away. Was the dream or vision I had a foretelling of my passing to come soon? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is uncomfortable to have to answer. Um, it could be. It could be. Um, it could be. I'm not giving a definite yes. Could she turn it around? Yes. You could go longer. You could go longer if you want to. I think you're going to have an opportunity for an out. What that means is that they're like leaning in right now, like, what is she saying? Um, it feels like if you can reignite your passion and be excited about something and you won't let anything stop you from whatever that dream is, then that could keep you from dying when that opportunity happens. But they're giving you an out if you want it, kind of thing. I'm not saying it'll be suicide if you go. I'm just saying that in the moment of your death or oops, whatever that is, you might be battling up in heaven. I want to go back down into my body. So I think what they're saying is like if you have that strong passion, that might be enough to pull you back into your body in that moment. But if you're like, I'm okay going, in that moment, then you can go. So it's going to depend. I don't want to tell you how much time you have because I don't want that to be like in your head. I don't want that to play with you. But what a cool thing that your matriarchs would come do that. I mean, that's pretty amazing. So I guess, just take it as, if you like anything could be wrong. I could have predicted this wrong. They could not be saying what they think that what I'm feeling that they're saying. Are you guys giving her a message that she's going to pass away like you did for her sisters? Yes. Okay. Is there a way that she can cheat it? Yeah, just it's basically what I just said too. So, okay. Are you comforting her? Yeah, it's a comforting thing. They're saying that they will make sure you get to the right place on the other side. Will she be in pain? No. Okay. Well, that's a relief. Yeah. So that's good. Is so do you recommend that she do anything right now about it? Like, does she need to go make amends with people? Yeah, whatever you want to do to clean up your life, whatever you do you want you like whatever you want to resolve. Also, I mean, you could get on a different timeline if you, like I said, like if you really, really want to get on fire about a dream and get really excited and passionate about making something happen. You create your own future. So don't let any psychic tell you anything like this. So just take this with a very grain of salt. So either you could take it as a great opportunity to see how you would live if you knew you were gonna not be here for too long. You could take it as that and be kind of excited and be like, okay, I'm gonna go do this, that, and the other thing, and I'm gonna make the best fun of this, and I'm going to do this for this person, and I'm going to, whenever you feel like doing. And maybe that in itself, sometimes you get tricked and you told something like this for it to just turn out that you were supposed to believe it because you were supposed to do all the things that you did. And it wasn't about you dying at all. So keep that in mind too. It could be like a dupe. I've had lots of dupes in my life, and spirits like, sorry, we kind of had to tell you that because we knew what it would cause you to do, and that's what we needed you to do. And we knew that if you didn't think that, then you probably wouldn't have done that. So we kind of had to make you believe that that was going to happen. And they just said if you do pass, it will be peaceful. It'll be peaceful. It won't be scary. Yeah. You may not even be aware that you go. So, but they said they're going to hold your hand through it if you do go, if you do. Well, that was a weird one. I don't like doing those ones. Oh, but I mean, yeah, I guess that's all they want to say. Let's get some. Let's get some advice from spirit. Okay, so what can she do? What can she do? What do you guys advise that she do with the time that she have left? However long that's going to be. We're talking, we are talking to you through what you hear, taste, touch, feel, smell, sounds, colors, and numbers. So pay close attention. Maybe I would be like, I'd take a diary and I'd start writing everything down. Whatever, if you start seeing 333, 111, 222, whatever you're seeing, I'd look it up. If you saw a bird, I would look the bird up, like I would look into the meaning of everything and any dreams you have or anything. We dare you to ask us to show you just how much you're loved. Wow. I love that one. When you feel afraid, do the deeper healing work around it rather than avoiding it. So don't stick your head in the sand. Do the healing around it. Maybe this is just an experience or just being given to you for you to rise above your fear of death, Laugh it off. Humor is the best medicine and your greatest weapon against negativity. So have a good laugh about it all. And you are handling yourself better than you think. So keep it up. Miracles are headed your way soon. Oh my gosh. So hang tight, stay positive, and keep your thoughts on what you'd like to see show up in your world because you'll be crying happy tears. Maybe you're going to have another dream. Maybe they're going to tell you you turned it around. Okay, that was the same card. A move or a trip would do you a world of good. So if you've been thinking of doing that, then do it. Cry and get it out. This is just a purging to clear the way for better things ahead. Even better things on the other side, I guess. We dare you to ask us just how much you're loved. They really want to show you that. So definitely pray that. Wow, it is what you think or say it is. Be aware of what you're affirming because you're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Use an affirmation to replace this energy with. I thank you, God, that I've lived a very happy, abundant, full life. Thank you that I lived through that prediction. Thank you that it helped me find my passion and that it helped me get back on track with my life and get really excited about what I can offer this world and what I can do with my passion project. Maybe that. Okay. Most, if not all. Oh. It's a projection. It's a projection from them. It's a projection of your fear. You've been afraid of that. You were already afraid of that happening, and then you had the dream. Like, oh my gosh, you're just facing your fears. That's the energy of what's going on right now. You're facing your fears. That's what this is about. And most, if not all, of what you're going through involves ascension or leveling up. You'll soon see why all of this had to happen just the way that it did. Please trust this. You are ascending. If you disappear like that, you're going to go to the new earth. So you might very well be just making it there ahead of all of us, a bunch of us. If you do go, I bet that's where you're going. I bet you're just going to be in your life, walking around, doing your thing. Boom, you're gone and you're in the new earth. That's incredible. That is awesome. Wow. So it looks like either way, you don't have any suffering coming. So I guess that's the best news in all of it. No matter what's happening for you, there's not going to be suffering. There's just going to be inspiration and excitement. So pray that they show you just how much they love you, and you will see some miracles start to unfold in your life that'll just be amazing. So, well, now I'm really excited for you. This is awesome. So, congratulations. Oh my gosh. I want to send you a big hug. All right. 5532. A bear. 5532. All right. Hi, Amy and the collective. I hope everyone's doing well. 4 years ago, my child's father and I split ways. The last 2 years, trying to co-parent have been the hardest. considering it's really been me taking the sole parenting duties while her father indulges in his toxic habits and behaviors, and him being more like a friend to our daughter than a parent. He barely even gets to see her due to custody arrangements, and yes, I set it up that way for her safety. He struggles with alcoholism, obtained his medical card for weed, and he has told me that he used cocaine, Molly, and other drugs within the last few years, and he's put her in harm's way while she's been in his care in the past. Okay, so with that said, I try to put everything I can. I try to be everything I can for our daughter, but often feel depleted. I have always been a hard worker, but feel the pressure of being the only parent that can financially provide for our child and create that stability. My job can be long hours and high stressful time at times. I try to create times to meditate and take baths to cope with that and create some sort of emotional health for myself. I often feel bad for my daughter as that cuts into the time we could be spending together, but I prioritize it so that I don't take things out on her. She deserves better and I want to do better, just a little lost on how to accomplish this balance. I'm wondering what I can do for my daughter so her emotional needs are being met in a healthy way she needs for her happiness and growth. Can I get her involved in something that she'd be receptive to, or how can I create that for her? Okay. Okay. Two quick ideas. When you take a break, like during your lunch break, use 5 to 10 minutes of it to meditate and quiet your mind. You could set a timer and just sit in your chair at work and just maybe, like when you first begin your break or right when you come back or something, or like at the very end of your break, take 5 minutes and just breathe in your nostrils. I'm laughing because the beginning of this video, I explained something about that. So take 5 to 10 minutes while you're at work, like during a break, or maybe when you take breaks at work, like you should be having like what is it, 15-minute breaks twice a day and lunch. I would be prioritizing that as well. And while you're driving home, put work behind you, like leave work at work. And when you get in your car, that's your personal space, and leave work there. Don't be thinking about what you need to get done the next day or the next week. Don't be thinking about work anymore. And in fact, they're saying use your driving as a meditation. Your drive home needs to be a meditation. So don't put on music. I mean, let's say maybe you don't do this every day, but like if you're in a mood or something like that, well, it depends on the day, I guess, but you could use your driving as a meditation is what they're saying. So your whole drive home can be like a breathing exercise. It could be like you just listening to the sounds of cars blowing by, or the sounds in your car, of your car operating, or it's like a sound meditation to where your mind is completely blank and you're just steering the car and you're only focused on the sounds that you're hearing in your environment. If you do like that the whole drive home, you'll be very relaxed by the time you get there. And you might even get some intuitive messages for her and some guidance with her for her. And same thing with going to work in the morning. You could use both times as meditation. Also, you could incorporate her with your bath time. You could give her an activity to do, like down on the floor or in the next room, depending on what kind of layout you have, to where you guys are kind of chatting while you're in there. Like you're still able to relax or whatnot, but maybe you guys talk about, maybe she can do, thank you, God, for my misery. And you can ask her, so how was your day? What things happened today that made you feel sad or made you feel bad? And she could talk about those. And with each one, she has to come up with why that's a benefit or an advantage to her. have her do some kind of an exercise where she's talking to you and kind of getting those things out, and she's feeling close to you. And or it could be, because I just thought of maybe your privacy, I'm thinking bubble bath or something, but I mean, you could have her talking through the door, I guess, or if she can be in the same room but on the other side of the divider or something like that. I don't know. But if, as long as you give her, or you don't even have to do that like in the bath, but at some point, I feel some of you laughing. At some point, really all she needs, she doesn't need quantity time, she needs quality time. So just keep that in mind. Even if she gets like 10 minutes every night, it'll mean the world to her if you're looking in her eyes. If you're like, if you do that exercise I was just saying, and you do it like right in front of her, you're sitting on the couch and she has your undivided attention, and you're not looking at your phone, and you're not taking phone calls, and you're not cooking dinner or any of that. Or I guess you could do it while you're cooking dinner. But if you really want to make an impact, do something with her where you're looking right into her eyes, or spending undivided time with her, coloring, or, making those bracelets and stuff. So do some kind of an activity where she's got your attention completely, but it doesn't have to be hours. It can just be, just undistracted. Just make sure it's undistracted is what I'm feeling. Also, I have the feeling you guys, should have a dog. And so a dog or a cat or something where she can take it on a walk, or she could, teach it things in the backyard. She could teach it agility. She could teach it tricks. She could teach it training. There's a lot that she could do with a dog. That'd be great. And I saw you and your masculine maybe with a dog. So maybe that's the thing to do. I think he's already thinking of getting one too. So if you get one, then yeah, you know how those things work out. I feel like there's something that you could get her into also, where you give her attention and she's doing the thing, like let's say making a model car, putting together a model car, or a puzzle, or something that she has to like work on and put together, or paint, or like something that she's got to do with her hands, and it like occupies her brain and she has to focus on it, kind of thing. You could come tell her how to do it, explain how to do it, go take your bath, come back, and then, wow, look at how far you've gotten with that. That's incredible. Like, wow, you chose red. That's a great color. What do you know about red? How does red make you feel? Like, give her some great feedback and one-on-one attention before and after the bath. Could be really good, because if she is complaining about like, you never get to spend any time with me, again, though, she's not complaining about quantity of time. She's probably feeling like you guys are a little bit disconnected, and you might be a little bit scatterbrained when you're around her. You know what I mean? Because you get home and you're relaxed, you don't want to think anymore, and it's just like you got all this, stress and pressure on you. So definitely, you take part of the activity that you have with her, like doing thank you God for my misery, can be you sharing your stuff too, so that way you're also de-stressing and she's de-stressing. So that could be a bonding time for you both, and a time that you both unwind. Or you could read her a book that she would understand, and that something is beneficial for you and relaxing for you as well. So you guys can have relaxation time, reading a book time. Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth. Might be a little over her head, but there are some good books that would be relaxing for both of you, and good reminders for both of you before bed. Teaching her how to cook. I see teaching her how to cook could be a good activity for you both to do together and kind of have fun and play. And that would be good for you as well, to, blow off some steam, to have some fun doing it. So I would try to come up with some activities that you can do that will accomplish what you need and accomplish what she's looking for too. But just keeping in mind that the main thing that she wants is your attention and your eyeballs looking into her eyeballs. and affirming her, affirming what she feels, validating what she feels, asking about her friends, asking about her day, asking how she's feeling, what she's thinking about things. Yeah. Let's get some messages from spirit too. It may seem lonely at the top, but is the drama worth your peace? The kingdom of God is within you. You can have heaven on earth, but you must let go of everything in order to have it all, to truly have it all. So it's better not to have the drama that you would have otherwise. So be present in the moment as much as you can as well. And that is also an energy that she'll sense and feel that will make her feel fulfilled and give her a sense of peace and security as well. If you're running around in your head all the time, that's going to make her feel a little bit like unanchored. So try to be the observer in your life. Try to be present. Try to be present with her, especially in your conversations. So be tuned into the aliveness in your body as you're talking to her, or be aware that there's a presence watching you, watching her, talking to her. Do these little. It's like it's like multitasking, but you're splitting your attention between your physical world and spirit, tuning into spirit at the same time. So whether you're meditating and drive while you're driving, or you're meditating, or you're being present with her while you're with her, you're aware that you're the observer watching her, and all that. Yeah. All right. Dun-dun-dun. Oh, this is a long one this week. This is like really long. 5540. Well, Spirit wanted to say what it had to say in the beginning, so I guess we just get an extra long this week. 5540, 5540. We need to get another animal up here. We're going to do a fox. Okay. I have 2 questions. Thank you for assisting me. You're welcome. Number 1, my friend moved into an old apartment in Decatur, Georgia. When I went to visit her, I felt physically ill. Later, her husband tells me that he saw a little man walk out of the closet. Who are these little people in the apartment? Okay, now you didn't say that that's a ghost. Is it actually little people coming out of the closet and stuff? I can't imagine that would be, so it must be a spirit. All right, so automatically the first thing I think of is the leprechaun, but I don't know why that would make you sick. So let me feel into it. Well, the first thing I asked is, are they wicked? And I got a yes. And I don't usually use that word. So that was placed in my brain for a reason. Tricksters. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. There are some satanic little people too. That, yipes. So is it deceased little people, little satanic people? Yes. Did they do something in those apartments? Yes. I see like a whole satanic symbol at the bottom of the apartment. Were they all little? Yes. Then why were they living in normal people apartments? Oh, it wasn't that back when they were there. It wasn't, it was, they had a little people community or something there. This is weird. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's not, I mean, that's like prejudice to think that little people would be just all good people or something. Of course, there's some evil ones too. They're just like anybody. Na pun hapai na hala sensation. Wow. They're like I don't know, they're weird. They remind me of the Ku Klux Klan or what something, but they're like all in black and they have like black hoods. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Something brotherhood. They're not good. Creepy. I don't think they're creatures though. I really do think that they're little people who passed away that were just evil. Bad people. Oh, one of them just looked at me and he had like bloodshot eyes. And he just went, Arr. Oh, well, of course, too. In Hollywood, oh my gosh, if you look at how much they've been abused and used as, as certain roles in the movies, and pretty much anybody in Hollywood had to be in the satanic cult. So that makes sense. Why Georgia? Why Georgia? A center? Some kind of a center? Does this have to do with acting? Yes, some of them, a lot of them. Started out as actors and then it brought more little people on. There were a couple bigger people, but mostly little people. Okay. Can we clear the space? Can we clear the satanic energy from that whole land? Okay, they say yes. All right. They said that there could be still some residual. You might need another clearing at another time, but we'll get a lot done today. So let me just see what happens when we go to do it. Wow. Oh. This is going to sound really strange, but it's like there's like a bad, nefarious UFO underneath that apartment. I'm just saying what I see, you guys. I know it sounds totally crazy too. Okay, so it looks like it could even be like triangular or something. It hides underneath the apartment. Does it still, or did it back then? Back then, there's still like the energy of that UFO is still there and all the people. How much sunset? Maanatain sensei iloshuno pahe nai. Weird. I see the plane being all wonky, like trying to fly, but it's like all Titain sase she dapona poma mahana kain sase. Hela she la pahoma amahana an sanse se shin. Hala hape he kenda tain sanse. Hela ha pom pama anataina an. Shishihe la ha pom pa mahikin tatainsa. Thank you. Ha shishinke ha la an se pim pim pum man ha la ake shishin ha san se pik chich in tataike ha sa pim pa ma thank you. Hela e san se shishinke na pu ma ana I ha na tain. For those of you who hear me saying thank you throughout, that's just other beings, Arcturians usually, that are helping me with the cleanup of whatever we're doing. Shishe la popo mahama asan seshe la ekensan. Hena I he ma oma ama an. Shishe la he da kiritina ha ishin. Hehe ela hun sapi ima maha shishin kinin taisa. Come on. There was a baby sacrifice there. Okay. I should do a blissing so we don't have nightmares from that. Oh my gosh. 19, ouch, that hurt my heart. 1918, 1920, 1918 to 1922-ish. If you look back at the history of like what was on that space, on that land at that time. And something also happened in 1913, also in that same space. Oh, I think the baby sacrifice may have happened first, and then years later, the energy was still there from it, and so the Satanists were drawn to it because of what happened. They felt, they're drawn toward their own energies. So interesting. Great. I would be telling her to move out of there. Well, hopefully now it's clear. I'm just checking the area where like the UFO was to make sure that the residual is gone. Oh, that looks lots better. Okay. Okay. And you have another question too. Oh my gosh. So I'm remembering repressed memories. A young boy used to chase me and make me eat dirt. The heck? He also made me eat a plastic item like a shower curtain this morning. I remember picking up something and hitting him in the head, but I cannot remember what happened after that. Can you tell me? You ran. You dropped it and ran. What happened to the kid? I think they moved. I think he went home and told his parents, and I think that they were I think they were a family that kind of skipped. Was he a neighbor? He feels like a neighbor or something. Um, I feel like his family was very negative, very, very negative. They could have been Satanists, I guess. Now that we know that it's a lot more common than we ever would have known. So, and I get a yes with that. Because they're showing up to me as being black people, like I don't mean black people, I mean black people, like shadow people, like black, not brown. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they wanted to. I think they were already thinking to leave town. I don't know if they were like they worked like in the military or something, but whoever they weren't ready. They weren't going to be there very long anyway, which I think is part of the reason why he was kind of mean to you, is he knew that he couldn't really make any friends anywhere he went. So I think that he was pretty fed up and frustrated with his situation. I feel like if I feel like he actually would have been very sweet if you could have broken through his walls. I feel like he would have crumbled and cried to you about how much he hates his parents. Yeah, so I feel like they moved within, I don't know, 6 to 8 months of you hitting him. And not pun. Yeah, I think he tried. I think the good thing about that is I do feel like he thought twice about hitting again. Like I think he started to learn to be more abusive with his words though, and not so physically abusive. So I guess he got more clever. But I guess that's better than, well, not necessarily better than beating, but at least he didn't hit anybody anymore. Or at least, yeah, was shy from doing that anymore. Yep, okay. So we have three more. We have a bunny. 5539. Hi, Amy. That just felt weird saying Amy. Remember how I just tripped out over February? Yeah, I just said it right. I just said Amy and it sounded really weird. So that's interesting. Are you guys tripping out over words right now? Maybe something's happening with grammar behind the scenes that we don't know about. Maybe they're switching grammar up. Yeah, I feel yes. Contracts and things are going to change. Common law type documents and things are being made up that are going to have proper grammar. Good. Okay. So hi, Amy, sending you big hugs and any blessings you are in need of at this time. Thank you so much. So grateful for you. My question is, what would my true love like me to know about our connection at this time? He thinks of you all the time, daydreams about you all the time. And he sees himself he thinks he's ignoring the most incredible opportunity of his life. And he pouts about it. And he's trying to get himself to a place where he can actually take some some kind of action that you'll like respect and look up to somehow. I don't know what that would be. It could be like leaving the karmic, or it could be doing that and starting a whole new life, getting a new place, getting a new job, whatever he has to change. I just asked, is he changing video games? And I got a yes. That would be good, because video games could be obviously mind numbing, and it allows negative AI to get in you as well. It possesses people. And it's a way that the AI are trying to come in and kind of take over our society. So, and I think he's starting to realize that it became like an addiction, and he's starting to pick apart his addictions right now, so that, because he's all about freedom, and it's been kind of like cattywampus that he's doing something that could lead to our lack of freedom in the future, yet he can't stop doing it, kind of thing. So I feel like he's taking his power back with that, doing it less, playing games less. Okay, what else? What else does he want to tell her? He's really afraid he's going to miss out on you. He's thinking of sneaking away from that karmic. Look at that. And maybe coming and surprising you. He's strategizing on how to get away from that. He stays awake at night, tossing and turning over the regret. He does feel sometimes like you're too good for him, and it makes him feel insecure. So there is some safety, feeling like being with a karmic is safer because you're not shooting him down. But he is making plans. He's making plans to communicate with you and tell you some truths, maybe some secrets he's been hiding and that he's been feeling you intuitively. Okay, so let me take a look at what he's been daydreaming about. Pampering you to make you feel special. How he would love and nurture you should he get the opportunity. Watching you walk down the aisle filled with pride. Saying he's sorry and it going well. Going out to dinner with you. Playing with your pets. Aw. Telling you some truths that would soothe you. Contacting you. There's confirmation of that. How much he loves your company. And how he wants to get you out amongst the living. And about how he would treat you now versus then. I feel like he'd be more proactive in communicating honesty. Anything else? What else would he want to say about their connection? A bell going off again, another alarm. How many alarms has there been? The two before I came in here. Oh, I guess one was considered an alarm. So that's 3, 4, 5, which is changes. I've been putting out messages publicly that are meant for your eyes only. I hope you're getting them. Please look out for any memes, stories, posts, or songs, because I'm trying to let you know you're on my mind. And I think he's winking with that little bunny you got over there. Just saying. I wish you knew just how special you are to me. It kills me not to be able to tell you. You amaze me with your compassion and kindness through this time apart. I promise I'll make this up to you. I'm afraid you're seeing someone else. I don't want to reach out and get rejected. I'm open to planning or relocating to be closer to you. I'm open to compromising more than you may realize. Let's think outside the box and figure out a way. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I know this must bother you, but I plan to include you in my life and take this to the next level as soon as I can. Please just trust me and give this more time. You're pushing me away, trying to control this. Please give me space right now so I can make sure my decisions are based on what I truly want and not because you're pressuring me. So how are you pressuring him? I know you're not contacting him, so there must be something that you're doing. If you're praying for him or praying that he come to you or looking at readings a lot or any of that, I would stop that activity, because in order for the masculines to come forward, there needs to be a void. There needs to almost be like the divine feminines have to completely give up on the whole thing for it to come forward. It needs to get like that. And it's just so that you have no expectations. It's just so that you get to that place of just accepting the situation for what it is and what it taught you and what you learned from it and letting go of it. And then they feel that they miss you. They know, they want to come forward towards you when that's happening. So there's must be some energetic way that he's feeling a little bit pushed, or maybe he knows like you're kind of like sitting around waiting for him in a way, or he's getting that idea. So maybe you could do a thank you, God, for my misery on that, and just list all the benefits and advantages as to why it's been perfect for you guys to be apart right now, or why it is perfect, so that you can do some radical acceptance around it. I know you think your body isn't perfect, but it's heaven to me, and I often think about and look forward to exploring it and how to pleasure you beyond what you've known. I want you so bad. Told you with the little bunny, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So I hope that was helpful. Next, a panda. Get a panda bear. 5537. Hi, Amy. Thank you for all that you do, and thank you for answering my question. You're welcome. I've asked a few questions to you prior to this about this guy, and I'd like it if you could feel into him to see what he's feeling towards me at this time, or do a true love spread. Your answers from my previous questions about him have told me he's a true love option for me. A few weekends ago, we spent the weekend together at our friend's lake home, and I learned that he started seeing or going on dates with another girl, so I'm a little confused. Any insight on the situation and how he's feeling about me would be very helpful. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer this for me. Okay, so first thing I want to say is you definitely need to check out my playlist here on YouTube, all about true love, because this would have been expected if you would have watched that, because the divine masculines, you guys would have like this really, if he's like a twin flame or a soul flame, you guys would have had this incredible connection, and he would have felt unworthy, and he would have ran to somebody who reminded him of you but isn't you, somebody with a similar name, somebody who acts like you, somebody with the same hair color, I don't know, something similar about you usually is, or maybe they're pretending to be somebody who's kind of like you or whatever. So they try to go find a substitute, but somebody that they feel like isn't calling them up to be like a better person in a way. So they go to this other person called a karmic that kind of treats them like garbage and uses them for whatever they want to use them for, and treats them like they're a dog to be, they just kind of boss them around, tell them how to dress, what to do, what to believe. There's a lot of judgment involved, a lot of harshness, a lot of arguing. But he can still have his bad habits, and he doesn't feel devastated if they break up. It's more like, oh, the drama's over, thank God. So the karmic relationships are not fun, but it's like their soul calls them to it. In order to get them ready for you, they have to go be treated like that, so they can find their worth. And start living in their truth more, and be willing to make sacrifices to live in that truth. What is that, number 6? 6 alarms. Good night. We'll have to see how many go off in this last little bit here. How come you're not going to look and see what's going on? She's like, I'm relaxed. Okay. And I don't seem alarmed, so why would she, right? And that's a reminder for those of you with kids too. Like, if you're not alarmed in an emergency, your kids will take it a lot better too. So try to stay calm in an emergency. Okay. What else about him? Hepe ma shishe na ends. Hepe na I. Definitely go watch those videos. So you'll, wow, what is that? He's having a tower moment when it comes to you. Oh, he wants to apologize for shocking you. He gave you the tower moment and he could see it on your face. Oh, he felt bad. He feels like he wants to go away from the drama that she represents and go to you because he feels like you guys have a camaraderie or rapport, like you guys have a really sweet connection. Yeah, he's seeing an opportunity right now that he knows that he's kind of being stubborn about or just ignoring, but he knows it could be wish fulfillment. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 cups, which is a 4, which is another 4 of cups. Like, yeah, ignoring an opportunity for wish fulfillment. Yeah, see, that sounds like going out with a karmic, right? He feels like you're too good for him. Oh my gosh. Feels like you're too good for him. But he also doesn't want any suitors getting you. He's like guarding against you dating anybody else. He's trying to get single and free so that he can come to you and fight off any guys. At the same time, he's defensive over you being better than him in a way, in his eyes. So it's like it's almost like he feels like you wouldn't go for him. So instead of being rejected by you, he's going to reject you first. And I get a yes with that. Yeah, he's insecure. He's insecure, but he does want to talk to you. And maybe explain. I don't know what he'd explain. Maybe that he wants to get out of that situation. He does feel like you're his wish fulfillment, like you're everything he's ever wanted in somebody. He might even want to work with you or go to the next level with you somehow. He's going to send you some kind of sweet message to make up for the heartbreak that he's caused you. Yeah, he's worried. He's worried you're just going to go date somebody else. So he's trying to quickly go away from that situation, transform it and come to you. Yeah, he's really burdened by it. He's burdened by a commitment he made. He may even made a commitment. A lot of these guys, the other thing they go through is he's judging himself for people pleasing. Yep. So she probably tricked him into a commitment. It guilted him. They usually use guilt. That's their biggest weapon, those karmics. They love to guilt people into doing what they want them to do. And unfortunately, these guys fall for it, until they get some self-esteem. Then they're like, I don't think so. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what these masculine cards say about what he's thinking about you right now. Oh, he wants to show you how much he loves you with his body. I bet he does. How he wants to have a healthy relationship, drama-free. See, that other person represents drama, and he's trying to get away from that. He wants to say he's sorry and be well received. He's thinking about memories with you, telling you some truths that would soothe you, and about how comforting it would be to have you in his life, and about how he would treat you now. And that he also wants to get you out amongst the living. That's funny. And how proud he is of you. And how perfectly he feels you'd fit into his life. And about how much he feels better for you than anybody else, even though he doesn't feel good enough for you himself. But maybe that's why he feels like he'd be better for you, because the other guys feel like they could, like I could have her. But he's like, I would, like he would make that much more of an effort to keep you because he sees your value and your worth. All right. So hope that helped. Is there anything else she should know? Okay. Ghoster cards. These are the mini ghoster cards. I'm very sick or someone close to me is. I don't want to burden you with the situation. So I'm just taking care of it right now. So maybe he's people pleasing her because she's come up sick, or saying she's sick or something like that. I hope we're compatible doing certain adult activities because I really need somebody open-minded. There are lots of things I'd like to do with you and I hope you'll be receptive. So he's hoping you're kinky. That's funny. I've been putting out public messages meant for your eyes only. I hope you're getting them. Okay, so keep on the lookout for any kind of messages you might be sending you in social media or something. You are seriously, literally the answer to my prayers, my dream girl. Say you'll say yes if I ask. I'm so nervous because I'm seriously planning to propose or elope, so get ready. I can feel you in the energetic realm when you pray for me and talk to me telepathically. It's really helping me. Please keep it up. It's giving me faith. I cry myself to sleep and toss and turn over this separation. I miss you so much. It's killing me not to reach out to you. I love you so much. I also know this isn't time for us to happen just yet. And you are pushing him away, trying to control it. So please give him plenty of space to make sure he's deciding things for himself and not you. And don't be insecure about your body. Okay. So if you see him, just assume he's gone in a different direction. Give him plenty of space. Don't bug him, Just let him figure it out on his own. All right. Now we have a hippo. Hungry, hungry hippo. Okay. 5536. 5536. Hi, Amy. Thanks for all you do. You're welcome. So I have asked questions before about blank, who I believe is my divine masculine. You have said that he certainly looks like my true love. The thing is, the only contact I've had with him is during my chiropractic visits. I went through the dark night of the soul. It was awful. My sister came in with me on one of my appointments, and she says his eyes lit up when he saw me. We have never been together. He's married, and I'm in the process of getting a divorce. I know his wife has cheated on him, and they are having problems, probably because she's a karmic. I have told him that he's very attractive, and he is the whole package in a message a couple months ago. So I remember you saying that he's concerned that someone could take me away and that he has a conflict with that. I'm a stylist, and I had one of my male clients tell me to take longer cutting his hair next time. I told him I told my divine masculine what he said. And he said, was he hitting on you? I said, yes. And he kept messaging me. How did my divine masculine actually feel about this client hitting on me? They're very jealous. I know these masculines. They're very jealous. I wouldn't do anything to like instigate that. I wouldn't, because that's just manipulative. I definitely wouldn't try to make him jealous to try to get him to break up with this person. You don't want to play any games. You don't want any karma coming back on you, but yeah, they do get really jealous. How did he feel? How did he feel about that? How did he feel about this? How did he feel about the guy flirting with her, the client flirting with her? He goes, how do you think I felt? He puts his hands on his hips. Okay. Aw. So yes to what I just said. And that you've got it all. Like you're the complete package. Also, oh, that's funny. You just said that to him. He's like, you are the one I look up to. He wants to leave that marriage and get married to you. He really does. He feels like you guys would be really happy and fulfilled together. He feels like he's coming into this emperor energy where he finally feels like he deserves you, wants to go to the next level. 2 cards about that could be potential marriage cards. Oh my gosh. In the bottom of the deck, I thought I saw the 2 of Cups, but it actually wasn't there. It was Judgment. So, but it was there in my mind. So it was there. And Judgment is like awakening to something, it's like a big ground shaking awe moment, He's wanting to send you some kind of a message, an apology or an offer to take you out for dinner, okay. But he's also got so he's having better boundaries with his wife. He's having better boundaries. He's standing up for himself. He wants to somehow take you out, maybe for drinks, and to offer you some type of stability. I think he's going to become single first. Yeah, making that decision to become single. So he's going to separate probably from her and then come heal things with you. He wants to heal the holding back, like making you maybe feel crazy for thinking that he has feelings for you. He wants to heal that. And something's going to happen with some kind of mature communication that's going to flip the whole situation around for the better. Okay, so let's see what he's thinking about when he thinks of you. Whoa. Okay, I'll take those. How honest he wants to be with you no matter what. That's awesome. Coming up behind you, showing you love. How you make him feel like he can do anything. Oh, hang on. I'm going the wrong direction. Oh, yeah, that's right. How to impress you the next time he sees you. Probably with news that he's become single. You living with them. How to best fix the situation so he knows you're hurting over it. A picture of you that makes his heart swoon. Telling you some truths that would soothe you. All the masculines have gotten that, I think, today. About how comforting you are to him. Getting you out amongst the living. Cuddling with you and just taking it in. Anything else she needs to hear right now? I would do absolutely anything for you. I'd go to the end of the earth. I will prove this in time once we come together. You know who I truly am, and I plan to make this up to you. Don't be surprised if I show up at your door. It's in the energies right now, these masculines. It's in the energy for them to just have a big F it moment and just walk away and start this new life. I don't care what others see. I don't care what others think of us. We're perfect for each other. That's all that matters. I'm with a toxic partner right now, but you're on my mind all the time. I will reach out to you once I've set myself free completely of this burden and can give you the good news. Wow. Wow. I've given it so much thought and I know it to be my deepest truth. I choose you. No matter how things look on the outside, you are my person and I only want you. Please just trust me on that. Aw. Amazing. Okay, so I think that's everybody. Now I'll do a general blissing. Feels like I've been sitting here for hours, huh? And so have you, I guess. Unless you've been buzzing around doing other things and have me on in the background. I like hearing what you guys do when you listen to me. Of course, some of you. Okay. All right, so the blessing. Burr, burr, burr. Oh, koala bears. Okay. So just relax, drop your shoulders, take a deep breath into your nose. Set your intention, and as long as it's for everybody's highest good involved and honors everyone's free will, it will be amplified. Hama ma shehe na ta tain sanse la ki tan se pim pum homo shona ha la kiri na te san se pim pum pum on chichehe la sanse she la ki enta tatai sanse la ishin he he pum pum ana aike la ara na tai harake sanse se na shumbo pum oma an tata he sanse she la kiri tin sa se she in shai la in. There's which one? Pet cards, I guess. Is it pet cards that you wanted me to do? And 1, 2, 3 world truth cards, and then some pet cards. There's an elephant in the room that isn't being addressed to avoid discomfort. Be willing to look deeper or get honest with yourself and or others involved to resolve this. Don't be avoiding things right now. Hit them head on. This situation involves hidden influencers you don't know about. Dig deeper to find the real motives. So don't take things at face value. Look deeper into things. And there's no need to worry about whatever you've just seen or heard. It's just a scare tactic. You're going to be just fine. Don't let it scare you into reacting. Okay. So now this could be a message from your pet right now, or it could be from your divine masculine. So you'll have to ask your own intuition how this applies to you. It could be just about anybody. I'm allergic to something out in the yard. I mean, it could be just something outside, even the air or allergies. I wish I could scream or cry. I'm so frustrated. Please try to understand me instead of getting angry or frustrated back. I can't stand up for myself with words. It's not fair. I really am trying my best. So if you're getting upset with your animal, it's not that your animal is stupid or stubborn. It's that you don't know how to teach them very well. So definitely go, instead of taking your frustrations out on your animal, make sure that you go study properly. And or take your animal to a professional to have the work done, somebody who's more patient and better at what they do at the training. But I think it is important that as pet parents that we educate ourselves as to how best to communicate and teach and train our animals with patience and love. Okay, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for allowing me in your life. I could use some cooling down, please. So maybe some of your animals are a little too warm. I'm truly happy with the way things are. Please stop worrying if I'm happy enough. And for some of you who have an animal that you've been wondering whether it's time for them to go or not, I'm ready to move on and it's okay. And maybe another of you have an animal that seems like it's kind of bored right now, and you might be right. I'd like a good challenge, some mental stimulation, but please something safe, of course. I wish you'd show me more love. Aw. I'm going to send some love to the animals right now. Okay, so to everybody who's watching right now, I'm sending love to your animals. There we go. Hapama ashishena tain sanse la hapom homaan. Chinche la sase na ke na pum pum. Ha la an shinshena hopoma ana. Tan tai hi e sanse shila kidin. Pama anatains. Hala handa tain shinshi hila pum pum hum ake natain. Sanse la shishi na atan. Hala pum hama aha na ai. Hala sanse shikin hata isan. Hala hena papum bum bo shishinkin anatai. Hala sanse e la upum ma ana kin sans. Shishi la na pum amahana kin. Ha hama ashan hila krinate. All right, guys. Have yourselves a beautiful week, and I will talk to you same time, same day next week. If you want to ask a question on one of these Q&As, then just go to awakenedalliance.org and go to services, and then click on Ask Amy Q&A, and then you fill out your question on there or your questions. So have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.